Alright. What's up, everybody, and welcome back. We are here with the King of Cannons, a show we haven't actually done in a while, but he's been back on the ladder active, and he sent me an email saying, hey, you know what? The rust is off, the grind is on, and I've been playing some fun games. This is printF. The man who is one of the most technical nerds out there. He has a spreadsheet where he records every single game, the details on it, and memorizes every single optimal cannon position on every map. He's up against, though, a real test for his skills. This is Shopify Rebellion's TLO. Now, he might be a retired pro gamer who was one of the greats ever since the early days of StarCraft 2. You might think, well, now he's just a team manager and kind of president of esports. I don't know if that's his actual title. I'm almost certain it isn't, but I like to call him that anyway because I love TLO. Now, he's recently been back on the ladder grinding, and he made it to rank number 2 on the NA ladder. He was tweeting about that and how proud he was of that, even though he knows, hey, look, I know it's not the biggest achievement if I was an active pro, but it's good to know that I can get to the very top of the NA ladder, even though it's not as competitive as Europe and Korea. And honestly, he's been playing like a beast. He's really, really strong right now. But is he ready for the cannon rush? Now look at that pylon. This is very sneaky from printF. TLO knows printF. Of course, he's going to be aware, though, that cannon rush is a realistic possibility. So he's coming down right now going, well, what's going on? He's pulling 3 drones. Now he sees a gateway outside the base. printF. Ooh, even harassing the drones in the main, wasting mining time. These drones not pulling to attack this, though. If he pulls drones, he's got to try and stop this spot. A cannon in there is a real problem for him because it can only get attacked by 1 or 2 workers. But if TLO pulls a lot of workers, he could break that pylon down and try and assault from the other side as well. But look at that cannon building out front. printF is trying to bait him into pulling the drones, and it works. He actually pulls 6 drones right now. Now, they will be able to cancel that cannon. But printF, oh, he's got to be quick. He's got to be quick. Oh my god, printF. Oh, he actually held position with the probe, so the drone couldn't move through to block. And he will start the cannon in the rear. Cancels the one at the front. Oh, his probe's going to get surrounded. Bit of a mistake there for printF. Oh, very big mistake, actually. Letting a probe go down unnecessarily. But you can see this cannon. There's just no way that's going to fall. And that's a lot of mining time that TLO just wasted. TLO does start a spine crawler. He's got 2 queens on the way. But this is a very nasty situation because he doesn't have any gas. And that's a big problem. He's now going to start a single gas geyser. I mean, the problem is for printF that he's not really impacting the economy of TLO. But I think TLO really should hold the drone key down. Try and get... I think in this scenario, you could go the spine queen defense. Basically, if you can get 25, 30 drones up really quickly and start just massing spine crawlers here, because you've got a little while, right? The cybercore's just finished. There's no real offense coming out for printF. 1 stalker, right? Spine crawler will defend that 1 stalker for a while. It's only once there's 2 or 3 stalkers moving in and out with shield battery coverage that it becomes a problem. So you could drone up really hard, build 5, 6 spines, get a bunch of queens behind it, and then try to tech to say mutalisks or swarm hosts behind it while just surviving. And don't really break out. Just say, I'm never going to engage the cannons and batteries, but I'll engage, you know, just in terms of defending 2 base versus 1 base and try to take it from there. Robo building at the front, though. printF here is obviously very well practiced. Remember, he has a golden rule. Not only do you know when you face printF that he's going to cannon rush you, but you know that he has a code. And much like a hardened criminal, it's not the cleanest code. It's kind of messed up in of itself, but it is 1 base or die trying. Now, anytime I cannon rush on my stream, and it's been a while since I practiced my cannon rush, I think I just felt a bit dirty. Too many people complained. They're like, stop cannon rushing, pig. Oh, stop showing printF's videos. And I don't know. I somehow let the complaints of the masses get to me. But printF would always magically appear in my Twitch chat, and he'd be like, this is the worst cannon placement I've ever seen. And then I'd go and try and double expand behind it, and he'd just facepalm. He'd be like, dude, have you no honor? Come on, man. Haven't I taught you 1 base or die trying? And I was like, you do you, printF. I'm more of an expand behind the cannon rush guy. You can see what I'm talking about, though. 3 stalkers are going to cause problems here. TLO's trying to go Ling Bane right now, and that's really good because RoboBay's on the way. So printF wants to go most likely for Disruptors is usually what he uses to siege down, but I think seeing no Roaches or Ravagers, he might realize it's Zerglings being massed and just go for a Colossus, and that would actually be so good. This is going to be a huge Baneling bust in a moment. Link speed's almost done. The Observer sees it. The Observer sees the Bane bust, so he knows what's up. He's trying to build more pylons, more cannons, and notice he's spreading them out because Banelings do massive bonus to buildings. They do 80 damage to buildings and splash damage. So for instance, if he detonates Banes here, they're going to hit 2 cannons and a shield battery. If he detonates banelings in the middle there, though, it's going to be very hard to hit all 3 structures because they're spread so much. So this is a very scary situation right now, though, for printF. He's got a Prism coming out before the Colossus. I think that's a mistake, man. I think the Colossus had to be coming out. He just doesn't have that much damage. The cannons, though, that is a big spread of cannons. The Banes and the Zerglings will come in. Already a few Banelings going down at the front line, but great surround for the Zerglings. That's the first hit TLO went for, was that real clump that we pointed out. He's now going to go for the pylons on the back, and he does take out those pylons, depowering all the cannons of the batteries. This is absolutely massive. But look at that, printF! He repowers the cannon and the battery on the left side, and at the same time, he's got the Stalkers in the choke point, creating a really hard situation. That cannon in the back gets force fielded by this sentry. That was amazing crisis management. Here I was complaining that he didn't build the Colossus, but look at that. Now the Colossus starts up. He'd love to chrono it, but I think his chrono's already expired. Actually, he's got one chrono available. He's trying to build more gateways at home, realizing his production is getting whittled down at the front, but not only that, he doesn't have a probe here. He's lost his probe, so he actually can't rebuild because he's full walled. So this is a huge problem for printF, because if he sends his Prism home to pick up a new probe, he's going to be in big trouble. And oh, no, that sentry. Oh, that force field's not great. And you can see the Baneling smashing through. This is a huge problem for printF right now. TLO does need to surround with the Zerglings. That sentry holding the choke point as well as it can. Oh, he's going to try and depower. If he depowers before the Colossus out, then that would be huge. But wait, this pylon is still powering the Robo, and the Prism sieges up, powers the cannon. That's going to buy him time to get the Colossus out. 2 Stalkers and a Colossus trying desperately to hang on. He's going to try and build a second Colossus. But TLO realizes if he can just overwhelm, get rid of this production, he's on 28 drones versus 23. He can buy himself so much room to recover. But the Colossus is so good at roasting Zerglings, and that's a huge problem for him. Cannon there, pylon there, extra Stalkers warping in 1 or 2 at a time. The Colossus and the Stalkers getting surrounded a little bit here. Oh my god, the Colossus picks up and does drop in the back. The Stalkers are buffering. He saves a Stalker. Oh, he saves another Stalker. Oh my god, he didn't lose a single unit. He lost the Robo, which did stop him from getting the second Colossus, so that is important for TLO. But the pylon barely survived. Every Stalker survived. printF and his Prism Micro repowering structures, saving all the units is insane. Orochoran's now trying to start for TLO. If he got out Ravages, he would be able to defend, but he'd already committed so much to the Ling Bane that it feels like maybe he's committed too much. If you had a few Queens to help shoot down the Colossus, that would be big as well, as they can use that really long-range, 7-ranged anti-air attack against the Colossus. But you can see here, he's trying to go for the Prism as TLO. The Lings are going to come in from behind, but look at the way printF pulls into the corner. And he says, hey, if the Zerglings come into the corner, I know you're going to have a bad time. The Stalkers and the Colossus getting surrounded, but none of them are actually dying. The Prism Micro is too good. There's even a Zealot up top in the mineral line. He finally does get surrounded. The Zealot goes down. But TLO, man, I really thought he was going to break out of this just with that massive Ling Bane. But printF, his Prism Micro is disgusting. Once again, a Colossus as well. Man, if you're stuck on Zerglings, 29 kill Colossus just ruins you. And you feel helpless because you don't have enough anti-air damage to really hit the Prism. And you don't have any sustainability like roaches to tank the Colossus while your Queens shoot down the Warp Prism. printF taking out the big dog TLO. This is a big step up because printF was inactive for a long time, working full-time jobs, doing all sorts of stuff, but he's clearly back on the grind. All right, going into another game here for printF. Another Protoss versus Zerg. We've got him in the top right side of the map against Stekapane in the bottom left side. And obviously, you know, printF does a lot of cannon rushes that aren't that exciting. He just gets the cannon rush off, gets ahead, finishes the game. And that is why we only cast games that are particularly interesting, whether it's versus top pro, but even then there are top pro games he sends in that I don't cast because they are quite boring, but you know, it's just kind of, it's a bit too simple or straightforward. But I really like games like that last one where that Prism barely getting that Colossus out and keeping it all alive was absolutely clutch. Really good building placement by him. Let's see what he does in this game. Looks like going for a hatchery first, and he lets the Zerg go for it. The Zerg goes for that hatchery. Does he realize, though, there's already a pylon going up on that right side? So printF trying to get the contain up here. And does this Overlord see the second probe? No, it does not. So Stekapane is going to pull 2 drones, knows who he's up against, but only 2 drones is a very small pull, and something I got to be critical of. You guys know I'm a bit of an expert at trying to defend these sorts of pushes, and I really think pulling only 2 drones is way too few. 4 drones, he could still break this down if he pulled like 10, 14 drones. He could surround that pylon, surround this pylon as well, or at least attack it with a few. But a bit too slow to get on in there, isn't he? And as a result, that means this is going to get up. So Stekapane has to back out of this and just force a bunch of buildings here and then basically give it up. The question is, do you cancel the hatchery here? Feels like you probably want to with cannons so close by, right? Does get that pylon cancelled. printF getting a lot of money back here. Ooh, gets a drone kill. And the drones just have to back off. Now, do we go second gas Ravagers and try to break out? I feel like Stekapane is kind of far behind because there's already a gateway up on the front. There's already a gas. Probes are building. He's taking a second gas. So printF is very well prepared for the next step in this game. Stekapane a little slow to put on gas there. You can see a bit of a misclick. Obviously a panicked situation. And hey, he did cancel the hatchery. So he's going to cancel the hatchery, move out, take a third base. And you know what? Stekapane may have overreacted with the drones or underreacted, depending on which way you look at it. It's one or the other. But is trying to now go Roach Warren, second gas. Taking a hatchery. I like that it's hidden out to the left. Not just taking it there where it's so close for Zealots to come out and harass it, but a little bit further away. Seeing the second gas in the Roach Warren is going to make printF think, okay, you're really committing to the Ravagers. Does he realize, though, that with such a late gas and the Roach Warren itself being slightly delayed, that there is a hatchery out on this map? printF's going to start building a lot of cannons here, actually way more than he needs to. I think this is a bit early because notice the Roach Warren's only like halfway done. So he's got another like 50 seconds until Ravagers actually hit him because you got to build the Ravager. The Roach takes 26 seconds. The Ravager Morph takes another 9 seconds. They got to move down there. printF is committing a lot and his Cybercore is not as quick as I really expected it to. I thought that Cybercore would be down a while ago. So I got to say, I think printF actually is kind of over-focused on this being broken. I think he's played a lot of Zergs who are just busting down like TLO did in that last game, and that's where his priority is right now. Notice he's building lots of cannons. I expect shield batteries to go down soon as well. He's not actually scouted for this base over in the corner. Stekapane starting to get those Ravagers out. Now, I mean, there's a lot of cannons. I don't think he gets through it, but he should be able to pick off a few of these. And remember, they heal up to full when you morph them into Ravagers. So yeah, you can be kind of chill on it. You don't need to force you know, all your hit points to be survived. You can like run in, trade, as long as you keep pulling the Roaches back, you'll be good. But he does say, nah, screw it, let's just go straight Ravager Morph, start biling that cannon down. Batteries are going up as well, Stalker's coming out, Robo on the way, so printF's going to try and reinforce this position. Stalker comes forward. The Ravager's starting to pick away at that cannon though. That cannon's very exposed. Stalker gets a hit off on the Ravager. He's got to be careful though, because 3 Ravagers obviously do way more damage than 1 Stalker, so that's not a great trade either, even with a shield battery in the front. Remember that forward shield batteries only spawn with 50 energy these days, which is 150 shields worth of healing. They don't spawn with the 100 shields that they used to. These sort of offensive shield battery builds have been nerfed. Now, obviously, they do start with full energy if you build it next to a Nexus, right? If it's within 8 range of a Nexus or something like that, I believe is the rule. So essentially, you can build defensive batteries the same as always, but offensive cheese batteries like this are not as good. Stekapane is actually building drones out of this base, which is kind of impressive that he's managing to do that without accidentally rallying them from the main base. Looks like he does have his hatcheries. That one's on a hotkey, whereas the other one is not control group. That's really smart, because otherwise he'd accidentally be rallying drones out of his base and give away that he's got this up. Whereas right now, he's sieging the cannons. He's got to be careful not to throw away the Ravagers. I like that pullback on the weak Ravager. Notice he hasn't really lost any units yet, just a drone and a cancel of a hatchery. printF also hasn't lost too much, but 3 cannons, I mean, it's 450 minerals. We've got an Immortal on the way, a second Immortal building, more cannons, and the batteries are completely dry. Oh, he's realized he can bile from the high ground. Very nicely done. Stekapane doing a good job. He's droning up. He's actually going to go for a lair behind this. Now, this is a huge mistake for printF. He's got a probe idling there. He really should have checked all around the map for bases, but just seeing the second gas and the Roach Warren, you can tell he said, oh, second gas Roach Warren is 1 base Ravager. It means they're desperately trying to break out. As long as I control this position, they can't get out. I add disruptors, which is why he's putting a Robo Bay you see on the production tab, and then I just win the game later on. Ooh, watch out for those biles. Cannon does take some damage, but getting a Ravager, I think Stekapane is getting, you know, diminishing returns here, and you can see a lot of drones building. He's been injecting this base, has Stekapane building a lot of drones. The lairs coming up. This main base is actually a little undersaturated, which is unfortunate, but with 5 queens up now, you can see it's going to be near impossible to break up this ramp. I mean, disruptors will help, but I mean, he's going for a Prism as printF. printF's still on 1 base mining. No cannon or anything at home. Makes me wonder if Stekapane build Roaches and rocked up with 3 Ravagers, he could have at least forced a recall on some units. And if there was no energy on the Nexus, like right now, it could have even been a GG, because the Ravagers could break the wall down, get in, and just ruin the economy. Stekapane, though, is creating an unassailable position, and this is so rough for printF. printF comes in, he sees no lair. He's like, no lair? But you're also just sitting on top of your ramp. He's got to start dawning on him. Mate, you got to go check. There's a base over here. Spire on the way, going towards 4 gases. printF with a massive mistake. You can see he keeps scouting that lair, but you got to have your Spidey sensors tingling. Right now, printF's Spidey sensors are not looking great. Good positioning, though. The Ravagers can't really get down the ramp. The Ravagers just trying to buy all these units to try and force printF backwards. Up to 35 drones, though. Stekepane's in a fantastic position. I think printF screwed the pooch by not scouting. The Disruptor is going to try and drop. He's going to try and shoot up that ramp. Oh, my gosh. Okay. He's going to try and drop the surprise ball, but he's waiting for Stekapane to not be watching. Stekapane watching. Very good reaction by the Zerg player. And yeah, this is not looking good for printF. He's like, I'll build an extra gateway and a pylon, just chilling on one base. The Spire's done. First 6 Mutalisks are building. Those Mutas are going to fly across the map, and when finally printF is like, why aren't you trying to push down the ramp? I think he's used to the Zerg realizing how desperate this position is, running down the ramp. And because they're not doing it, he's going to go scout. So that probe's going to go up. He's going to see this base. Does he even see the Spire, though? Oh, he doesn't see the Spire, which is unfortunate. Can he guess it? Maybe. He might be able to guess it. Oh, he knows. He knows now that he's way behind economically, and he's got to get something done, but he almost loses a Stalker instantly. The Queens do want to shoot the Prism to keep this back. printF's going to drop the Disruptor. He's going to lead the charge. Oh, first Disruptor dodge, but there's another Disruptor up front. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god. Oh, 4 Ravagers. 4 Ravagers go down to that shot. Oh, that is deadly. Oh man, he's got to pull the drones. If he wants to beat this army back, he's got to pull the drones. He's doing great transfuses on the Ravagers and the Queens, but they're almost out of energy. The Mutas are flying across the map, though. They're going to fly in. And oh man, printF, he's saving all of his Stalkers. He's doing a great job of microing under pressure. I think he's realizing there's no way he defends his base, so he's just saying, okay, as long as I don't lose these units and break through here, at least you'll only have 1 base left and I'll still have a pack of units. But honestly, what units will printF have? He's got a gateway on the front, a gateway at home. He's got 7 Stalkers versus 9 Mutas, soon to be 13 Mutalisks. Almost double the Mutas to Stalkers, but wait, one of them dies as it pops. That's good. He does get a kill there. Can he get another one? Roaches popping out. They're going to die almost instantly. Looks like all this mining will go down. Stekapane going to... Whoa! 7 Spine Crawlers. I was like, what is going on up there? Okay, so rather than just massing Mutas, Stekapane is like, hey, if I just mass Spines, I can defend this army. But there are 2 Immortals and a Colossus and a Disruptor in there, which is big. The Mutas are not... Is it good enough? 10 Stalkers versus 12 Mutas? I don't think that's good enough numbers for Stekapane. He's trying to clump up and shoot down the Stalkers, loses a Mutalisk there, whereas notice the Prism Micro is the one thing that printF has. I mean, that's just too many Spines, though. I don't think he can get through this because there's mining going on. Every second that goes by, the Zerg is going to build more units. Oh, he saves another Stalker, printF! printF still is at 10 Stalkers. Okay, just watch the units have 1 Stalker goes down, but he saves the next one. The Immortal's about to go. 2nd Stalker falls. This is a big problem. A 3rd Stalker almost goes down, but no, he's dodging. He's dodging the projectiles. Notice that the Mutalisks, as they shoot mid-bounce, a lot of those projectiles got dodged, but now the Immortals are gone, and that's a big problem because there's still 4 Spines left. The drones pull forward. They have to pull back right now. There's only 3 Mutas left for 7 Stalkers. Oh no, maybe the Mutas should have base traded. That's a lot of cannons, but if they stack up and fight one at a time and use their regen, they could fight these cannons' batteries one at a time and could have picked it out from behind. Oh, I think Stekapane should have gone for the base trade here. I can't believe it, though, because printF, look at the way he's just dodging project. Look at this. Look at this, the Mutas and the Spines, every time they try to connect, he's just dodging. The Stalkers are not dying. There's still a lot of drones pulling in, and more Mutas are building. Oh my god, there's so few Stalkers left. I think Stekapane might do it. There's so few Mutalisks left. The Colossus barely gets saved. The Stalkers, okay, there's only 4 Stalkers left. There's only 4 Stalkers left. There's 3 Mutas here with 2 more about to pop. The Stalkers are all in the red. I think the Mutas are going to take it down, but oh my god, that Stalker's surviving at like 2 hit points. There's still 4 Stalkers left. I don't know how, actually, it was 5 Stalkers this whole time, but they are all under 20 hit points. Every single one. 6 hit points, 14 hit points, 13 hit points, 16 hit points, and 6 hit points. Oh my god. There's 2 Mutas out, but there's no drones. The drones all got pulled to fight. And Stekapane trying to fight this off, but printF just refuses to lose Stalkers. And that is the power of disgusting Warp Prism Micro. The units lost tab tells a story of 2-to-1 cost efficiency. Oh my god. I mean, normally you want to stack your Mutas up and focus fire units, but against Warp Prism Micro that good, you might be better off A-moving and having them just spread the damage out, because then printF can't minimize the damage as much. That's wild. I'm a little bit floored by that micro, because that was so well done. I do think if you just keep running your drones away and hiding them and building more Mutas and threatening the base trade, it's going to be hard for him to push through at the same time as you start picking at all the buildings. And I think there was enough money to run around and build more extractors and stuff everywhere, but easier said than done, man. Easier said than done. I don't think very many Protoss players would have microed their units that well. That was Kind of gross. GG, well played. Hope you enjoyed this game. If you guys enjoy other crazy, cheesy strategies and weird games with unexpected outcomes, click on one of these other ones on the stream, on the screen, or on the stream. And I will see you in the next video. Goodbye and good night. Thanks for watching, everybody. Bye-bye.